Hello viewers, Ohio Airgun Shooter back with another video. I'm back again with the Lancer Defense Scorpion, which is a 50 caliber CO2 powered, as it's classified here on the packaging, a pepper round launcher. However, all I've shot through it have been some rubber balls, some plastic balls, some rubber steel balls, and I tried some aluminum balls. However, the only balls or ammo that really do perform well have been the rubber steel balls. They feed well through the magazine, and I haven't really had any jams with those, unlike the others. Now, I did just make a video on some of the new rubber balls that I got, both in 50 caliber and 68 caliber. 50 caliber and 68 caliber. However, today I want to test these 50 caliber rubber balls in the Lancer Defense Scorpion. These are I went and weighed these in that video, and right around on 1.07 grams. And then these other ones, let's see, these are a brand called, it's AOOHUHYEO. Just take this out here. Here's the brand. Is that Ooyao? Again, 1.07 grams. They're like a kind of a soft, medium rubber, I guess. And then I also have these Linrui. These are a bit softer. These came in at 1.29 grams. You can even hear the difference. Here, I'll get one and the other. See that one? This one's definitely softer. Bounce is about the same, but this one is clearly harder. So just going to test those out today, just see how well they feed and shoot in the Lancer Defense Scorpion. We'll be doing this inside. Indoor temperature is 71 degrees Fahrenheit. In my previous video with the Scorpion, did some outdoor testing in some about 88 degrees Fahrenheit heat, and with the rubber steel balls, it shot pretty good. Went over the 8 joule mark. Forget what I got. I mean, we won't get nowhere near that with these rubber balls since they're light. But with the 2.6 gram rubber steel balls, 2.67 gram. Let me find it here. We got, let me find it. Here it is. I had a high of 266 feet per second, which came in at 8.81 joules with the 2.67 gram rubber steel balls. Yeah, I did 6 shots. I actually had 2 that came in at 266, so it was knocking on the 9 joule mark. So again, won't get anywhere near that with these lighter rubber balls, but I just want to see how well they perform. I do have some paintballs, 50 caliber paintballs on order. They're supposed to arrive tomorrow. However, I'll test those out, because this is a lower powered, seems to be a lower powered launcher, and the magazine is very picky as to what I can put in it. If I put heavier balls, it just doesn't want to seem to feed. Another thing is, it's supposed to be a 7 round capacity, I believe, and I can only fit, I think, 6 in there. Here, this packaging here actually says this is supposed to be a 43 caliber, which is kind of weird. But we'll just test it out. I'll fire a few shots of each, and we'll just get some velocities and see how well they do. All right, first up with the Lancer Defense Scorpion are these 1.29 gram 50 caliber Linrui rubber balls. I have 6 of them loaded up in the magazine. Again, it says it's supposed to hold a capacity of 7. I'm only able to load 6. I have a Umarex brand 12 gram CO2 cartridge already installed. I'm piercing it now. No leaks. This Scorpion is either single or double action. I'll shoot everything in just double action. I'm going to load the magazine in. When loading these, be careful not to bump this little detent lever here. Otherwise, it will just launch all your projectiles up into the magazine cavity here, and you'll just have jams. It says insert slowly. Which I just have done. I'll just be shooting into that bin where I have some plastic shopping bags, which are Target shopping bags. So how fitting, huh? All right. I'm going to be using my X-Radar chronograph. It reads up to 698 feet per second. We won't get nowhere near that. Again, indoor temperature is 71 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, first shot. Lancer Defense Scorpion 50 caliber. Double action. (326 feet per second). 328 feet per second. 326 feet per second. I'm going to do some in single action. 328 feet per second. Another 328 feet per second. Maybe the last one. 326 feet per second. So pretty consistent with those. Let me load up some of the green. Go ahead and pronounce that for me. Thank you. These are 1.07 grams. I'll load up another 6. Let me see. I will try to load a 7th and just see how it goes. Okay, I got 6 in there. Man, as you can see, there's not a whole lot of room left. So let me see if I can put one more for 7. Kinda, but it's really jammed in there, and you got the spring bound up. So let me see if I can load this into the gun. Hopefully it won't jam. All right. So we'll get 7. All right. Got 7 in there. Hopefully it doesn't launch the first 2 together. So we'll see. Again, I'll start in double action and then switch to single action. Same CO2 cartridge. (340 feet per second). 336 feet per second. 332 feet per second. Back up to 344 feet per second. I'll try some single action here. Back down to 324. 332. I think one more shot maybe. Down to 320. I think that was the last one. Yep. 0-0. So it did load 7 and shoot the 7 with no problems. So 7 and 6, that's 13 shots. Everything fed well. Loaded in the magazine pretty good, so no problems at all. pretty good numbers indoors. Again, 71 degrees Fahrenheit with the Lancer Defense Scorpion pepper round launcher, as it's referred to. I did buy this as a kit. It came with, I believe, 6 or 7 plastic balls, and then another 6 or 7 pepper balls, which I haven't used yet. But I do have paintballs on the way, and I definitely want to test those. Might take these outdoors. It's a lot warmer out there. It's going to be upper 80s. Maybe we'll get some higher numbers with the rubber balls. So let's go back to the table and we'll go over our results and give you my final thoughts. All right, I moved outside for a couple of tests using the rubber balls. These are the Linrui 1.29 gram rubber balls, and the Lancer Defense Scorpion 50 caliber. I do have the same Umarex brand CO2 cartridge that I just used for the last 2 rounds of shooting. I have 6 more loaded up. Outside here it is 74 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's about 3 degrees warmer than it was inside. Another very humid, sticky day. It just rained, so the sun came out, so it's even stickier now. Safety off. We'll just shoot in double action. I got my X-rated chronograph. Again, reads up to 698 feet per second. So let's see what kind of numbers we get with the rubber balls outside here, with it being a few degrees warmer than it was on the inside. All right, first shot. .316, actually a bit slower. 302. Drop it down to 294. 280. Let's drop it fast. 266. 248. And we're empty. So that was a bit slower. Could be that I'm losing CO2. Let's load up 6 of the 1 gram. I did walk around outside here for about an hour with the gun on my hip. I have a holster. I just was tending my garden and just kind of walking around, so it had a chance to warm up. So, all right, I'll start out in single action. All right, these are the, go ahead and pronounce that for me again, and they are 1.07 gram. 6 of them. All right. 222. I think I'm losing CO2. So I'm going to tell you what. I'll just finish this out. 202. Yeah, CO2 is dropping fast. Let me go ahead and swap out CO2. Oh, we'll just finish this. See how many we get. Shots. 194. 168. It's really dropping fast. 134. 110. I have enough for one more. I think that's empty. Let's double check. So I didn't get as many shots as I thought I would with this. I mean, especially with the lighter projectiles. So might have been a bad cartridge. So let me reload another one, a fresh one, and we'll go ahead and retest. Let's just see how much CO2 is left. Yeah, nothing left in that one. All right, let me put a fresh one in. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Just installed a fresh CO2 cartridge, Umarex brand, Hurst. We will start with the, we'll just redo this. We'll use the Lin Rui again. Again, the outdoor temperature is, it's up to 75 degrees now, Fahrenheit. I'm going to load up 6 more. It's a very touchy magazine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Installing the magazine. Gun is on safe. Alright. It's on shoot. Alrighty. We'll just do double action. .356. .358. .356. Let's do some double or single action. .352. Down to .338. That was a bit of a drop. .332. I think that was the last shot. Yep. So now I'm gonna allow a bit of a warm up. I'm gonna load up 6 of the green Rubberballs, 1.07 grams. These other ones were 1.29 grams. So only load up 6 of these. There we are. This will be the same CO2 cartridge. I'm going to allow just a little bit of a warm up to get back to the ambient temperature, and then we'll shoot. Stand by. Alright, it has been about 5 minutes. Okay, I just checked the temperature. We're up to 79 degrees Fahrenheit. I loaded up 6 of these, the 1.07. Oh, how do you pronounce these again? Oh, I guess you could just say, oh yeah. So let's see how these do outside. It's much warmer. Alright, just double action. 6 loaded up. Same CO2 cartridge. 364. 374. That's much better than the last time. Down to 348. 332. Dropping fast. 334. Another 334. That was the last shot. So a couple really high numbers, and then it's leveled off, and pretty consistent numbers there. I want to try a couple more things. I got these pepper rounds. All right, they came with the kit. I just want to try 2 of them. I'm gonna hit them on those steel plates. I just want to see what kind of cloud of dust they make with this launcher. I got no cats in the area. I got my water hose standing by. I'm gonna rinse everything down really good when I'm done. Plus the humidity, it's been raining off and on, so whatever I shoot, it's most likely gonna get washed off really good. I'm just gonna hit these on the steel plates, kind of get as close as I can till I start feeling the effects maybe. I got my pull right over there, so if I need to, I'll jump right in that baby. Or spray myself with the hose. But I'm gonna load up a couple of these. Like, I'm literally smelling the container, so I can't smell anything, so there's no residual odor, I guess. yeah, I'll just do 2 of them. Here they are. Hold it up 2. 1. I didn't even weigh these. I have no idea what these weigh. Probably should weigh one. Stand by. Let's go in and weigh one real quick. Stand by. Okay, stepped inside for a moment to get a weight on these pepper rounds. 0.80 grams. Try one more. 0.807 gram. 85. So 0.8 grams. Again, these are what came with the launcher. I got the kind of the kit. Okay, back outside with the Lancer Defense Scorpion. I have 2 pepper rounds loaded up. I'm gonna shoot them at those steel plates. I just want to see what kind of dust cloud they create. It's 79 degrees Fahrenheit. We got the weight on these, 0.8 grams. Let me get my X-radar chronograph real quick. I'm gonna shoot these and then just kind of walk close and just see if I can feel the effects at all. My wind is blowing. Let's see. It's not blowing at all right though. So should get a pretty good cloud. Again, these are the rounds that came with the launcher. There was 7 of them in there. I'm using 2. That leaves me 5. Not sure what these are made of. I guess just pepper. But we'll see how they shoot. We'll get a velocity, and then we'll also see the cloud. Let me just zoom in a tad more here. Let's see, can we get a reading? Okay, we're good. All right, I'm gonna start with the closest one on the left, and then I'll shoot the one on the right, which is about 2 feet behind the little one. So hopefully I can hit these. Safety off. I'm just going to shoot in double action, because I guess that's what you would do if you're in a home or self-defense situation. All right, first shot. See a little bit of a cloud dust. All right, second one. That was at 250. That was at 296. A little tiny cloud, but not too much there. Let me walk over there and see what's going on. Let's pan out. Nothing over here. I guess you can see the dust down there a little bit. Yeah, I'm not getting any effect from where I'm at. I'm literally like right here. My nose starts to burn here, we'll see, but it's not too bad. I'll spray that down with the hose, but just a little bit of a poof. I can see it on the plants down there, the weeds. But yeah, I'm like this close and I'm not feeling anything. I mean, most of it probably dropped to the ground, but I'm not getting any residual effect at all right now. I could move to the other side and see maybe. Put my head under here. I'm getting a little something right now. I just ducked my head under there. I can feel it a little bit on my nose, but nothing too bad. Yeah, I stuck my head underneath the deck and I could start. Yeah, it's getting a little. It's not extremely potent, but yeah, it's not burning, but I can feel a tickle in my throat, and just maybe a slight, maybe just like a slight little burn in my nose. But now the wind picked up a little bit, but you can feel it in my throat a little bit. But I'm gonna rinse this down so nothing gets into it, and we'll just go back inside and wrap this video up. Well, there was some testing using some new projectiles that I recently purchased. Also, both indoor and outdoors. 71 degrees indoors and up to 79 degrees Fahrenheit outdoors. Also tried a couple of these pepper rounds. I'm thinking the high humidity air just really knocked the cloud down pretty good. Plus, it was underneath my deck there. But it wasn't real potent. I mean, probably due to the fact that a lot of it just went down on the ground. You can see just a small puff, and I mean, it is 50 caliber. There's not a whole lot in there, but that was just 2 rounds. I did just, I mean, it's not burning right now. I mean, I did feel a little bit in my throat, the tickle, and a little bit in my nose. Now it's more or less just my sinuses are getting cleared out, but my eyes aren't burning. I think a lot of that's just due to the heavy, high humid air. So I guess that's something you could consider. I would assume with a cloud of pepper. I mean, just higher humidities, it might not be as effective. I mean, inside might be a different story. But I'm no expert, but I just wanted to see how much of a cloud these will do. Velocities weren't that high, being such a light projectile, 0.80. But I did shoot 12 rounds prior to that with the Rubberballs. These shot pretty good. Good velocities. They fed well. No jams, as did both of these. These would probably fit in my, actually, I mean, they're 50 caliber. It almost look like the TR-50 rounds that I get. I got the powder torpedoes, but these almost look like the balls that they have, and the pepper torpedoes. So I might have to order some of those and give those a try. But there was a little cloud of dust. Did recover a lot of my balls, so reuse these. There's some aluminums and stuff from previous testing. But hey, there you have it. The Lancer Defense Scorpion CO2 powered 50 caliber pepper round launcher, as it's described by the packaging. It did launch them. It's right around 8 joules. I was getting close to 9 in 88 degree Fahrenheit temperature with 2.67 gram rubber steel balls. So seems to like the rubber material balls the best. It did shoot these okay. I want to get some more of these, maybe do some more testing. But it wasn't extremely potent, but I definitely probably wouldn't want to get hit with these. So anyhow, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.